Hello, welcome to the Zero Ends channel. Please like and subscribe. Please enjoy our live.
Yeah. Sad day. Welcome to the Zero Ends channel. I am Zero Ends here. And I see somebody in the chat room. Welcome, Queen of Virtue. Thank you. Make sure you share this particular broadcast, Queens of Virtue, that's in the chat room. And tell everybody to like and subscribe only Queens of Virtue. If I'm not sure if you hold on, let me see what's going on. Let me refresh. No, there's no moderators yet because the channel hasn't got enough yet. But they're going to be coming where I'm probably going to start modding a few people for this channel. So for those that's watching and loyal participants, you will get a wrench, but only if you show up with consistency. All right. Let me check what's going on. I'm going to do some things. And I've decided there will be a Twitter for the Zero Ends channel. I put some thought into it. I was going to lay off and not really focus on Twitter, but I think there's a lot of political actions and really all the conversation that's going on outside the world that's in good faith is on Twitter. So I will have a Twitter very soon for all y'all to start following Zero Ends on Twitter. So be on the lookout for that. And I'm just going through the messages right now. I don't know what's going on here. Okay. Let me do this. I might get hate for this, possibly, for this particular broadcast. And I will be anticipated because personally, I've been watching what's going on. And personally, this has to be examined now. And it bothered me when I heard of the news of this broke out in Mississippi. And one thing is evident for those that's not aware. Mississippi is a racist state. It's one of the few or one of the last in the union to really put forth the actual documents, papers of slaves being actual free in Mississippi. A lot of people did not know that. I wonder if y'all guys were aware of that. Yes. Y'all could look back at commentators like Mr. Ronald Hurd. He talks in detail about this. But Mississippi is one of the last states in the union that now gone forward to make slavery illegal out of all the other 49 states. So for those that's watching, listening, please make sure you hit the like button, share this one. We're going to look at some articles here and there. We're going to get this thing started. As you know, very short but long-winded with the conversation. And let's be honest, a lot of people are not going to be talking about this. Hold on. And I don't expect most people to talk about it. I don't know why this guy's talking about this weirdness. All right, let me do this. I'm just going through some things right now. I'm looking at some content right now as we speak. Yeah. All right. All right. No further ado, we will begin now. Oh, you didn't hear the story? And it is something that's been circulating since over the weekend. Because right now we're on the. Actually, this is during. I think was it Tuesday, or was it Wednesday? This happened. I think it might have been Wednesday. Now I think about it. I couldn't remember the date when this happened, but the story broke out, and now they're not sure if what they're going to do to really sweep this under the rug in regards to not making this man serve no time in jail or be potentially prosecuted, because the way how he took this boy's life was on a stand your ground premise. But no further ado, I'm not gonna hold y'all time. I'm gonna look for the articles now. All right. We're gonna look at two different articles. I was trying to find Mississippi Today, but for some reason I couldn't find it. I might find it regardless. So let's look at this article by the no matter of fact, we're gonna go back. We're not going to Mississippi Today. We're gonna go to this article here, Fox. We're gonna start away from Fox, then make a way up to if any new information has been put out. So for those that's watching, listening, thank y'all. Make sure you hit the like button and share button. And now let me remove all this because these are all distractions. Yeah, the distractions. Let me get rid of this. I won't have this around. All right, we're in the 10-minute. We're good. We're good on time. We're in the 10-minute mark of this. So, oh, my fault, guys. I don't want that. So let's look at this article ahead. All right. First article, Fox News. And let me make sure that I can hear it from the other end. I'm going to mute myself. Let's mute myself. All right, I'm good. And look like everything's shown. So let's look at this, guys. And yeah, matter of fact, let me make myself a little bit more presentable. Here we go. Mother speaks out as Clarksdale community grapples with the shooting and the deletion of the 15-year-old boy. This is posted on the 23rd of 2023. I believe this is the house right here. Clarksdale, Mississippi. Still more questions than answered Tuesday about the shooting and the deletion of 15-year-old Mississippi Delta. Fox 13 reports Monday night about the shooting and the deletion of Cornelius McGee Jr. in Clarksdale. Now, as you could tell, this happened last week, Monday. McGee's mother said the man who shot and deleted her son was an upset father who used to be a police officer. Now, what do you mean used to be? That means either he was injured on duty and had to retire, or he got fired, or he just blade out met the requirements for retirement in the police force. Either or, he's no longer a police officer. In quotes, he ain't got nothing, said Jacqueline Rash, McGee's mother. Why would you shoot him in his back with his back turned and him running from you? He's already out your house. Why shoot him? Words of grief and anger from McGee's mother. Rash said the man who shot her son was upset the teen was in a relationship with his daughter. Okay. Rash said the man warned her son to stay out of his house. But Monday, the man found McGee back in the house, or in the home, sorry. The teen tried to run away, but his mother said he was shot in the back while climbing over a fence, and he was, lost his life. And the pause here, let me scroll down. This reminds me of that movie, I forgot the name of the movie. This was like back in the late 80s, or it could be early 90s, of the same incident when a boy was trying to steal from a brother in his household, and as he tries to escape, the man took his 4-gauge shotgun and blew the young boy's back out. It's very sad. It's very sad. The gun is just not the way, said Letitia Jones, a community member, a day after the shooting near Park Lane and West 2nd Street in Clarksdale. The community tried to make sense of what happened. I couldn't even imagine losing my son to a gun violence by officer of the law, said Jones. Clarksdale Police Department first told Fox 13 on Monday that the shooter was a former police officer, but did not mention what department. Fox 13 went to the Clarksdale Police Department on Tuesday for an update on the suspect. Now, mind you, if y'all notice, they did not show the actual person. And it makes me wonder, what are you hiding? Black folks ain't gonna go around and take revenge. No, that black people don't got that. It's not in them to do it. It baffles me that, and it really baffles me that when non-black people take the lives of black folks, they gotta play this so-called "Where's Waldo" scenario to find out where he's at. Like something's gonna happen to him, and we all know, goddamn, nothing's gonna happen to him. I'm just saying. I could be wrong. Let's continue. We waited about 20 minutes until we were told Chief Roby Linley was in a meeting and unavailable to talk. But when he spoke to the community, they were heartbroken by what happened. Being a school teacher, I teach at a school, so I feel sad on how young he was. He had his whole future ahead of him, said Samuel Mitu, a community member. The Mississippi Bureau of Investigations was called in Monday night to help with the case. The agency said the shooting does not involve a current officer. Fox 13 reached out to MBI Tuesday for an update, but have not heard back. It's still not clear where the accused shooter was an officer or if he'll be charged, which we don't know if he will be. That's the end of this article. This was the 13th of June. And now let me see if I can find some other articles. Yeah, that's that. Let's check. Is Revolt TV one though? Let's look at Revolt TV. I'm gonna scan this for see what they're talking about. Yeah, Revolt's not talking about nothing. Let me go back. Let's see what this article says. I'm gonna scan it through first, guys, before I show y'all. And this is not really doing nothing either. Let me go back. I'm not gonna play no videos because I think that's unnecessary. All right. What's this? That's not it. All right, let me check this other article. There's Memphis News. There's News World Press. Derek's News. Virginia News. All right, let me type in the latest news. The latest news. See what pulls up. All right, well, the recent news is this right here. And it looks like this is the only one, so I guess I'll read it since there's no other outlet. And let me make sure we're all these stupid ass distractions. Oh God, I hate these commercials. All right. So I'll share this, guys. Where is it? And keep liking the stream. This one's done on the 24th of May. Mississippi teen shot and deleted by ex-cop as teen flee girlfriend's home, family say. A Mississippi teen was shot and deleted outside the Clarksondale home Monday night, and his family believes the teen's relationship with the gunman's daughter led to his deletion. The shooter is a former police officer in the area of police and said that call was initial report as a residential burglary, which it was not. Mississippi Bureau of Investigations detective have taken over the murder probes after police in Clarksondale said officers there have a conflict of interest in the case. Here's what we know about the shooting and the investigation into 15-year-old Cornelius McGee Jr.'s deletion. Now, mind you guys, as I go through these articles, some of them might be similar, but we're trying to see any more information from one source. You always get one information, but it's always good to find alternate or multiple source if possible, if information is consistent or even up to date to what is now. More information has been revealed about this incident. What happens in the shooting? The shooting happened just before 4:30 p.m. Monday outside a home in Clarksdale, about 100 miles southwest of Memphis, and the Clarksdale Police Department told us today. Now, mind you, this is look like after school hours, 4:30. Officers were called to the home of a former CPD, I think that's a Central Police Department officer, as a residential burglary. When officers arrived, they found the homeowner at the scene along with one person, deleted on arrival. Where was Cornelius McGee Jr. shot? The teenager was fatally shot at a home in the 2000 block of West 2nd Street, Clarksdale. Police told USA Today online records show that a homeowner there matches the name of a former CPD employee. The city of Clarksdale posted a document showing that a police department employee with the same name resigned effectively of April 10th, and as of Wednesday, a LinkedIn page with the officer's name listed in Clarksdale Police Department as his employer. Officers called the Mississippi Bureau of Investigations to take over the investigation since the case involved a former CPD officer. Chief of Police Ruby Lindsley told us today. Or Robbie. The Mississippi Bureau of Investigations said Tuesday afternoon that it is actively gathering information on the shooting. At this time, it is not considered to be an officer involved shooting. Wrote that the Mississippi Bureau of Investigations, which is also MBI, as the boy. What the teenager family said, McGee's mother, Jacqueline Rash, said her son was dating the former officer's daughter, which upsets the man. She told WHBQ the man warned her son not to go to his house to visit his daughter. I.e., I don't want you over here, Negro. Don't bring your ass over here, you N-word. I don't want that race mixing, you no good near. That's how they sound, man. Southern people know. When he found the teenager at his house, the teen tried to run away. The boy's mother told Memphis television station WHBQ while the teenager was climbing a fence, the man fired a gun, hitting the teenager. And that was a fatal blow. Rash shared a post in support of her son Tuesday saying he was loved. The poster encouraged people to focus on the goodness of him, including him being a wonderful big brother. Okay. The best son, good uncle, great athlete. One person wrote, "That's all we want to see. Justice will be served." We're hoping they do. And when his mother shared the post, she added a caption of her own, "Justice for my baby," she wrote. And there's more. Well, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I know Queen Rich, I know. I try. So, what can I say about this? I'm just pondering. The only thing I can say, and let me check. To be honest with you, people, I'm not saying the boy got or had it coming, but in regardless to a racist society and a racist system that you live in, it is your fault as parents, either you're a single parent or both of you are involved, two parents. You're not teaching your son or daughters, especially your son, how the world really effing works. Your son has a lot and has a direct line of communication with you as the mother. He tells you the frustration what he goes through, especially when it comes to the girls. And like no, like instead of being a real parent, instead of friend to your children, you should really warn and tell your own seed that he should not want to see that chick. And the reason why I say this is because you are setting up yourself for some serious hurting and disaster where you might not come out of it alive or unscathed. Especially when a man spots you out as a probably nice size looking young black boy here intimating and dating and potentially banging his no good whorish daughter. And yes, I have to think she is a whore because why is it, and mind you, these are 15-year-olds, 14, 15, maybe 16 year olds. Why is it that your daughter's even allowed to have boys in your own house? Wait, I'm seeing something in the chat room. Let me see what this is. I'm so glad you said it because I was thinking, yeah. Let me do this. I'll put the link. My thing is this. And you can tell how strict and strong your influence as a father is to your own children, especially your daughters. Then why is your daughters, especially you as a man, and you have teenage daughters, we all know what it is. We men here, we understand the scenario. Your child is getting that or feeling that if she has not been, been active or something happens, that she's getting that itch. And as you know, the itch is going to lead to, penetration. And with penetration will lead to, potentially babies. And the babies that's going to be produced out of this union are the babies that you as a man, a father, is not ready to deal with. But you let your daughters date and bring boys back in the house. And trust me, teenagers, and Queen Virtue could vouch this, and we all was once teen. I'm not sure if you're there, Queen. Have you ever, when you were a teenager, young little Queen, had boys to your house, Queen Virtue? Have you ever done that? And the reason I'm mentioning this and using an example and hope that she responds is that your children back then, even now, are going to be engaged in some nice little procreation acts. It is what it is. And instead of you as a man, oh, you had boys? Okay, cool. And you know what it is, Queen. And I know you're not gonna come up, but you're in the clouds. And that's fine. That why you as a father, an involved father, if you're raising your daughter by yourself, these are things you gotta be very firm with your child. And I don't care about the boundaries. You do this for her own protection, saying the boys will be coming. Don't focus too much on it. I mean, if they come, they come, but we don't want no children in or boys or kids, especially the opposite sex, in my house. Because with this type of activity, there's going to be engaged in intercourse. And listen, children need comfort. They need a nest to rest their head in. So that way, let's say your daughter will go in and bring boys, random boys, or what they call friends or boyfriends, in your house, and they're going to be, when you're not around, which most of them do it because if you look at girls nowadays, they're very slick and smart. Yes. Very slick and smart. They're going to bring boys into the crib to, see what it really is, and handle their business. I see what you wrote, Queen. I'm going to get to a second. I'm trying to think here. Hold on, guys. I'm just doing something. Oh, damn, my fault. Oh, what I'm doing? Oh, what the hell I'm doing? Oh, gosh. Sorry guys, I'm doing some bonehead stuff. Something just happened. All right, I'm back. All right. Oh, actually, you know what I should do? Oh, let me do this. My fault. Okay. All right. I should be good now, guys. I was saying, I'm gonna read your comment in a second. All right, let me read your comment first. Queen Virtue. My mom only let them come by when she was home. Yes, and that's fine. But and even when your mom allowed them to come inside when she's there, still she has to keep an eye out, Queen Virtue, because let's be fair and honest. Mothers know what it is when it comes to boys and girls. They just don't want to sit there, play ball, play video games, watch TV. They like to engage in cuddling. They like to engage in, fondling and potentially fornication. But like I said before, this so-called former cop with his daughter that knows what time it is, and let's be fair and honest, she did this behind his back and saw it and warned him first time. So what happened? Because he's such infatuated and has such an affection towards the cop's former cop's daughter that this boy decided to go back again and say, hell, screw it, I'm going to take the risk. And no one said this man gave him that look and probably said some derogatory terms to his boy, said, you little don't come back here, you know what I'm saying? And I know he used the hard ER too, because that's Mississippi. That's Mississippi. They don't use the word Negroes, no, they use nigger with the hard ER. And they got their weapons ready. They got their shotguns, they got their pistols, and they're ready to lock and load and really unload on a Negro. And the boy was target practice. So obviously, the boy did not really take the threat seriously, which you think young black men should be, but So he decided to risk it all. And at the end of the deal, he's now 6 feet under. And it's very heartbroken to me even cover this, but like I said, I should see them investigating it. I'm not sure he'll get any justice anytime soon, but I'll tell you one thing: this will go to trial. And one thing, if black people have not noticed or learned this, non-blacks will go to trial with your ass and risk it all to potentially maybe lose and do more time instead of taking plea deals. Because how I look at things, plea deals today are for people that are destitute, poor, and don't really stand for nothing. If you're a non-white person, the system expects for you as a man or woman to take plea deals because you're not going to sit there fight nothing, because by default they know you don't have the money or the will to fight anything. So if you caught stealing, you're not going to fight it, prove you didn't steal. You're going to take the plea deal. If you have possessions or stuff, you're not going to sit there fight it. You're going to have plea deals. So they already rule out majority of black folks are not going to fight for what is theirs. They're going to lie down and take it. So, but not to these people. These people will fight you tooth and nail and hope that it works in their favor, knowing the odds are very much slim to them on the average, like everybody else that tries to fight it in court. But they're willing to take that risk because they know that you have no value as a person. So they will risk it all. And I mean risk it all. so that way they can go home scot free without doing no time in jail. You, on the other hand, cannot do that because you don't stay on nothing, and you're afraid not to really risk it all. So that's just my honest opinion on that side of why this will trial will be going in the next year or two, most likely. Just like many other trials that we see going on now. And I see one trial in particular about I think a former football player. And I'm gonna tell you, just stay tuned. I might cover that. All right, is that you, Chanel?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. As you know, welcome to the Zero Inch channel. What is your thoughts and opinions after finding this latest? Well, it's not latest. This information about a 15-year-old boy losing his life over I would say a non-black female or girl.
I think it's really sad, and I'm glad you had mentioned earlier how, um, it would be. I don't know if he had a father in his life or not, but it just
Mhm.
kind of shows why young black boys need, their fathers, so that someone can kind of like give them the man code, I guess, and teach them how
Yeah.
a black boy should move, in this world, and he probably didn't have that, and it unfortunately it played a part, I guess, in why he moved the way he did, even though this shouldn't have happened anyway. But if he had a father or a father figure to kind of like give him the game, I think it probably would have saved his life.
Mm-mm. I think it's more than just the father. It's as I look at it, how it went about it, and in regards that you think that common sense will sit in, and young boys like anything because they know when the threat of violence is there, that they'll be more. Um, I would say they're more apparent to really start to really think twice, and will play the distance game if they're really, I guess, in love with this or they have a certain affection for the
Hmm.
opposite sex. In regards that there's a man present and he warns you, just like any protecting dog, that if you come into this environment, you will be chewed up and spit out. But like I said before, a lot of young boys don't see the emphasis. A good portion, I can't say a lot, but the ones from like this story find out it is possible that that no one has really been giving him proper game or instill some you know ways to go about it. And mind you, like always, interracialism is not a new thing. As you know, America, like any other Western country, has promoted and pushed this. And our children get caught in the crossfires when young black boys come across men like that will tell you, say, stay away from my child. You know, don't you ever come near my child. I will take you. I'll blow your brains out, and I'll use the hard ER. And mind you, Chanel, this is Mississippi. Now I'm not sure if you're reside in the South as well, but you know how certain non-whites, white folks act or non-blacks act when it comes to certain
Hmm.
behaviors like this. They just don't, they won't tell you nicely. They're gonna tell you and give you a threat of violence verbally just to push you
True.
away. And
Hmm.
I guess this boy has not gotten the picture, but he got in the picture now after meeting his timely demise. And like I said, the Cornelius McGee Jr. caused his own deletion with a thinking about it question marks. And I said it's a possibility he has. And the reason why he's the cause of it because no one has instilled anything into him. No one's guiding these young boys when they're dealing with or dating these other groups of people. Now, I won't get much pushback from the brothers that will agree or disagree on this message or this my saying in this, but some will say things, in regards to shaming, so they know say that's wrong, and say love is love, and says hating that's like fallacy police, you know, And I say I don't care about the policing. I'm dealing with what I see present. You as a black man, young black boy becoming into manhood, there's some women you should not be messing around with and tasting in certain parts of this country. You know? And this guy was a police officer. So obviously he feels under the badge. He's protected, or he could be, or once was protected for his actions of taking this young man's life. And I gotta call Cap, Miss Shalom, because you did this, and not only as a teenager you did this, you tried to lie and mask it like it's some form of burglary, but it was already proven evident that you already warned him once. And if he told his own mother or whoever he told, you think that information that could be circulated?
I'm sorry. Could you repeat that?
It's already known that he was warned, and this boy might have mentioned this to either his mother or whoever. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You think that's not going to be hold up in court if they want to make a lie about that?
True. Yeah. That.
It's burglary. Let's say let's go there, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're not allowed to shoot nobody behind the back if they're escaping.
Mm-hmm.
I could check the laws in America, and this applies to every state, but certain states in this country, you're not supposed to shoot nobody if they're running, fleeing.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna ask you if it's legal for him to like shoot if the person is on his property, but if they're fleeing, it's not legal.
I'm not sure. I gotta look at the Mississippi laws. If anybody's in the
Oh.
chat room watching, please leave a comment at the end of the day. If there's any laws in regards to if people stand their ground, or is it right legally lies that you could take someone's life if they're fleeing from the scene?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so, and
Mm-hmm.
I probably confirm that's not the case. You're not supposed to be fleeing.
Okay.
I mean, you're not supposed to shoot somebody when they're fleeing. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay.
You're not supposed to do that. But let's say if it was true, I mean, it's in his right because it's his own property. But the consequence of doing that you're gonna be marked as it's gonna be where you're gonna be labeled as a manslaughter. They won't call
Oh.
it, they will not call it murder. They might call it manslaughter.
Mm-hmm.
So we gotta sit back and see what will be the end result of this. I'm thinking that there should be a lesson to all the young boys. Times never did change. If you're certain counties or some regions or certain states in this country, be assured that if you're going to be dabbling in dating out as a young black male to these women, keep in mind that it's their word against your word, and obviously the non-black woman has more power that she will impose of lies and stuff to put you under the bus, even under the cell if you're not careful. So we'll see what happens. My biggest concern of all this is that what that bothered me reading this or knowing about this is that he was warned and he still proceeds. So he risked it all for some white cooch.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a good sign. It's not a good sign at all for a lot of young black males that's going to be adults. If these young black males doing it, obviously the adult males no different. Hell, they'll risk everything. I know some of them risking their careers as we speak now, Chanel. Off a white cooch. Not me.
Why do you think that I don't want to say so many black men, but I'll just say some. Why do you think some black men feel like it's worth the risk?
Validation and the possibility of, and I'm gonna create this, the possibility of white purity and acceptance.
Mm-hmm.
is a sense of a status. When a black man interacts with a non-black person and creates relationships, it makes him feel good that he can be accepted not only in her group or her community, but also accepted by that man. You know, and it's also another form of throwing into the other dominant group males in the face that I got your woman, haha. I'm able to dominate her, but I cannot dominate my environments towards you or other groups of men. I mean, that's what I got. Now, mind you, me saying that could be offensive because most dudes don't think they're dominant and dominated by other groups in this country that's majority. But we
Right.
got to be honest here, we are, you know. And
Mm-hmm.
knowing this and accepting this is one step closer to really doing something properly. Now, I don't expect everybody to take action, but we should be aware and have clear understanding as men that we don't run stuff over here, you know. So what we
Mm-hmm.
compensate because we are very comfortable in our, I guess, adolescence, you know, that all we need is food, shelter, and some sex, and maybe some entertainment, and we. And to me, um, I gotta debunk that. You know what I'm saying I call cap for that. You know, black people, you're not good when you just have just only those essentials. You want more, you know, but you can't tell majority of people anything because at the end of the day, once you fulfill the basic necessities, people will start operating and moving in stagnation. You know, and that's where our people are at. They're moving, operating, understanding stagnation.
Mm-hmm.
So all the Europeans do is give them validation, and they're perfect. They're good enough. You know, that's why
Mm-hmm.
you don't see them fight for nothing, demand for nothing, because in their mind they have arrived. They made it. You hear some of them say that we are actually free as black people. Black men, black women have the first time in their existence for the last 50, probably 56 years, that we have the choice to choose who to love. And love, I think it, in my opinion, no, I know it's subjective. It comes and goes. You should screw love and say love will grow within time, but always you deal with the duty part and hopefully deal with our purpose as best as possible. You know what I'm saying? But all the other extra stuff, love, that's subjective. You know, come one day you could love one somebody today, and you can hate somebody tomorrow. It bounces. There's no consistency with this love, in my opinion. So I hope that answers that question.
Yes, sir. Makes sense. Makes sense to me.
Yeah, yeah. So we're gonna sit back and see what's gonna lead in the next week or so. I expect by before second week of June that they probably might charge this dude, and they're gonna show us.
Mm-hmm.
But they got scripted in a way how they're gonna play off because right now what he did was a problem to the community, and it's getting
Mm-hmm.
uproar because he the boy is a product of a single mother, from what I'm getting.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't suit well that the mother sits back and does nothing, and all other women see this that have sons said we can't have these people sit there going around blowing our children's backs because they're in beds with your daughters. It don't make no sense.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what happens in the next week or so. Uh,
Did this happen this week or last week? Did they happen to say when it happened?
I it said it happened Monday last week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we've been a week now in a few days. Actually, a week in a day since this happened. So
Okay.
we'll sit back and see what's going to turn out. You know, but like I said, he will be charged eventually. Cause he can't escape that. They can't sweep the sun because this is somewhere the boy was running and he got his life taken out through fleeing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And jumping over a fence and getting his back blown out. And you know it's funny? I remember there was a movie that had the same story scenario of another boy that stole something from a car and he tried to run and jump over the fence, but the guy shot in the back of in his back with a shotgun.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he tore the boy's back up, and he was in intensive care for weeks. And the nurse had to sit there, watch him, and monitor him, and hope that the boy could fight for his life. And
Hmm.
sometimes, he's very much a trouble boy because he has no guidance. But the nurse worked with him and stayed with him till he got better. Once he got better, the boy looked at the nurse and thanked her thanked her for saving his life and helping him. And it brought
Oh,
warmth to her. I forgot the name of the movie. It was a good movie. I forgot the name of it was, but if I know it, I would told you. But shit, I think his name was Kane. Was it Kane?
hmm.
No, I think so. I don't know. It was a movie back in the late '80s, but yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Sounds like a good movie.
yeah. It's a good movie. Yeah, it's good. I remember watching it. It's good. It's a good story.
Hmm.
All right. What else? I think I have nothing else on there here. I'm done. I don't know. I have anything else to cover on this. You have any other questions, Chanel?
No, just thanks for sharing the story because I didn't hear about it until today.
Okay. Okay. Excellent.
Hmm.
Excellent. And like always, please come through again and share this on your timeline. As you know, the Zero Edge channel is trying to grow, get some, subscribers, here your likes, and will help. Every little bit helps, as y'all know. As small channels, we need every little bit of help. You know what I mean? I mean,
Hmm.
these topics here not always trending. They're not always popular. It's not always attractive, but nonetheless, we gotta cover news as we see fit. Anyway,
True.
all right. Thank you again.
You're welcome.
All right, guys. We're going to wrap this up. Actually, no. This is the end of the show. Looking forward to your thoughts and opinions. Please like the stream on your way in it, on your way out, and please subscribe to the Zero Inch channel and leave a comment as well. I'll be looking forward to reading the comments on this one. Till next time, take care, and till next time.